welcome to the Safe Water Tournament. As we all know, water is one of the most important things in survival. Without it, you just die in few days. But there's a problem. It can be dirty. So today we will test 4 different survival water filters to see which one is the best. They will compete in 4 different categories: filtration speed, water clarity, materials needed, and building difficulty. And each category is worth up to 4 points. And in the end, the one with the most points will win and will be granted a title of Ultimate Survival Water Filter Champion. And one of them surprised me more than I expected. So, let's begin! Meet challenger number 1, the classic bottle filter. Charcoal, sand, grass and rocks. I had to flush the filter few times to remove all of the charcoal particles that could deceive the final result. Challenger number 2, the cloth filter. Take a bottle, remove the bottom and stuff a cloth or a tissue inside. And that's it. The simplest one in today's competition. But can simplicity build more advanced designs? Challenger number 3, the waterfall filter. Take 3 bottles, cut the tops off, then take each bottom and place them on a support, each part slightly lower than the previous one, something in stair shape. Then take some paper tissue, roll it up and connect the bottles so the water can travel from one bottle to another one. Definitely the most unusual designs in today's competition. And finally, challenger number 4, the tripod filter. Take 3 sticks, some rope and build a tripod. And then hang 3 pieces of cloth between the legs. Then fill them with filtering materials such as grass, sand and charcoal. And remember to flush the filter to remove all the debris that can deceive the result. Now that we know our challengers, it's time to meet their enemy. Half a liter of this dirty, disgusting water. Mud, leaves and debris all inside this one. Everything that a survivalist doesn't want to drink. And each filter will receive the same amount of water. The rules are set. The challengers are ready. So let the tournament begin. To save time, we will be testing 2 water filters at the same time. So let's see how they perform. In the first round, we will look at the waterfall filter and the classic filter. And in the second round, we will look at tripod filter and the tissue filter. And the results are in. So let's summarize them. Let's begin with the speed category. On the fourth spot, with time over 4 hours, we have the waterfall filter. And I'm not joking, it really took over 4 hours for it to finish. But the result is interesting, so stay tuned. Therefore, it receives only 1 point. Next, with time of 20 minutes, we have the classic filter. So it receives only 2 points. Second in this category, with time of 7 minutes and 41 seconds. We have the tripod filter. So it receives 3 points. And the first place in this category, with time of only 7 minutes, goes to the cloth filter. So it got all 4 points. Now, let's have a look on the clarity. The fourth spot belongs to the tripod filter. With the water looking like this, well, it's still dirty, cleaner than before of course, but we can still see many particles, and if we shake it, big dark cloud rising from the bottom. So it receives only 1 point. The third spot belongs to the tissue filter. With the water much cleaner than the previous one, well, still with a little bit of dirt particles, it receives only 2 points. The second spot belongs to the classic filter. With the water that is transparent, a little bit yellowish, but it still outbeat the previous enemies. See how clean this is. So it receives 3 points. And the first spot belongs to the waterfall filter. And that one was the most shocking for me, because it took only 2 tissues to get this result. It's clean, no particles, no dirt, it's transparent like from the tap. Of course, it took 4 hours for it to clean, but long time, high reward. Look at that, guys! So it gets 4 points. So let's have a final look and compare the clarity. The tripod, the cloth, the classic one, and the waterfall. We can clearly see the difference. Next category is material needed. Which one was the easiest to build with materials you can actually find? The fourth spot goes to the tripod filter. You need sticks to build a tripod, some rope to finish it, and a lot of filtering materials. It's pretty long list, to be honest, so it gets only 1 point. The third spot goes to the classic filter. Not only it required a tripod, but also a bunch of filtering materials. However, it doesn't require cloth tissues, but just a bottle, making it a little bit easier. Therefore, it gets 2 points. The second spot goes to the cloth filter, requiring only a tripod, half a bottle, and a cloth, which makes it pretty easy to make. So it gets 3 points. And the first place goes to the waterfall filter, because all you need is 3 bottles, 2 paper tissues, which almost everybody carries around, and a few blocks of support to make the stir shape. In my opinion, making it the easiest to make, so it gets 4 points. And finally, the building difficulty. The 4th place go to the, you guessed it, tripod filter. And trust me guys, it was pain to build. Those cloths were always disattaching from the legs, but positioning it correctly was almost the same as difficult. So it gets only 1 point. The 3rd place goes to the classic method. 5 were easier to build up, but still required a lot of work. Putting all those materials in place and fighting them took some time, so it gets only 2 points. And choosing between 2nd and 1st place was a very difficult choice for me. But in the end, I decided to give the 2nd spot to the tissue filter. It was relatively easy to build, but making a tripod took some time, not much but still, and passing the cloth through the bottle opening was a little bit difficult for me. Therefore, it gets 3 points. And the 1st place in this category goes to the waterfall filter, because all you need is cutting few bottles, building support and connecting them. So the points are in. Let's see the final result. On the 4th place in today's competition with only 5 points, we have the tripod filter. And it's pretty sad because it was my personal favorite design. The 3rd spot in today's competition with points goes to the classic design. It wasn't very hard to build and the water clarity was decent, but compared to others, it fell behind. The 2nd place with 12 points goes to the cloth filter. Easy to build and required low materials proves that the 2nd place was fairly acquired. And the 1st place in today's competition with 13 points, only 1 more than the cloth one, goes to the waterfall filter. It dominated in every category except speed, grants it the ultimate survival water filter champion. One important thing before we finish. Filtration removes particles and dirt from the water, but it doesn't make it automatically safe to drink. To kill bacteria, we need to purify water. And that's exactly what we will test in this 2nd episode. So, what do you think? Did your favorite one win the tournament? And which one will you use in survival situation? Let me know in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the 2nd episode, remember to subscribe.